G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. Prepare to start the show, R2. This is where the fun begins. G'day guys and welcome to Casual Rage 137, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. And when I set up the stream, there wasn't actually like a lot because I've been quite unplugged from everything recently. There's been a lot of work and stuff that I've like real world work that I've been trying to get through and trying to do, and it's been consuming a lot of my time. So keeping up to date with everything going on has been a little bit difficult in more recent times. Obviously, when I started the channel, we were sort of right in the middle of COVID. So I had a lot more time on my hands. We obviously had our lockdowns, and I got hair in my mouth. We were obviously going through the lockdowns and everything, and had more time on my hands back then. So it has been a little bit hard to get everything that I want to get together, but we do have some things to talk about. Of course, we are creeping up. It's getting closer and closer to the Ahsoka series. We're pretty much just under 2 weeks away. Just under 2 weeks from Ahsoka. Can you believe it? I can believe it. I'm surprised that it's still coming. They obviously finished all the writing and all the acting and all the filming and everything before all the strikes and everything came out. We're going to talk a little bit about the strike as well. Excuse me. We're also got a little bit of like Indiana Jones stuff. It's very, very brief. The Marvels, we'll talk a little bit about Marvel. We'll talk a little bit about Harry Potter as well. And, of course, Seal of the Week. And we've got a video to watch while we get those votes in for Seal of the Week. But I hope you're all doing really well. I'm doing well. We've got, if you didn't hear, of course, we've got the channel, the Full Aussie channel, that Lethal and I have been, we've been doing the Full Aussie now for, 3 years, something like that. And, of course, we created the Full Aussie channel, and that just recently became monetized. And we've decided to do a little bit of a meetup. Not really. It's more a meetup of all of us getting together, the guys that are a part of the Full Aussie show. We're hoping that a couple of the Aussies that are around that, do watch us can come and visit while we're doing that so that we can meet everyone, so, like Daniel James and a few others. But we'll have to see how that goes. But if you're not subscribed to the Full Aussie channel, please do. Any mods that are in the chat, if you could drop the link to the Full Aussie channel, that would be appreciated. And go over and subscribe to that channel. But that should be fun. And, of course, that's coming up early September, over the weekend of the 9th of September. I'm going to be there from the 8th to the 11th of September. So That should be a good time. And we've got some content ideas for all you guys doing all of that. But because that's happening, and because work's been so busy, like I said, it's there's a lot that's been sort of sacrificed a little bit over here on my channel. As you can probably tell, I haven't been putting out a lot of videos. There's videos that do come out, and it's just basically when something comes up that I'm sort of more interested in talking about. Obviously, we had some new Ahsoka trailers that came out, like little teasers, and there's a video out there where I watched 2 of those, and it's really funny because one of them is just a nostalgia bait fest. Like, it really is. But yeah, so this stream today, we'll see how we go for time, but I do want to try and, sorry to say, but fly through some of the things that we've got to talk about. I don't think I'll be going for quite as long as I usually do, because I've just got a lot of stuff that I need to get sorted out. And then next week, unfortunately, there may not be a casual rage. Not only will it depend on my scheduling and everything that I've got that I need to do, but it will also depend on whether or not there's like something major that I really got to get in here and talk about. So next week there may not be a casual rage. Just keep that in mind. But then the following week, Ahsoka then comes out. And of course, they've got a 2-episode premiere because they've got to do that, you know. They got to make sure that they get those hours and those numbers up for the start of it. So they'll have a 2-episode premiere, and then for that next 7 weeks, as long as we can organize all the scheduling and everything, which I'm hoping should work out fine. So I'll give you the dates in a second. But Anna, that Star Wars girl, and I are probably she's probably going to come on Casual Rage. We'll be starting a fair bit earlier because she's got the Jack Show, and like the Jack Show starts in like an hour from now. So for her to come in just before she's got to do the Jack Show, there's not enough time here to talk about it. So Casual Rage, as of I'll give you the dates now. Well, it depends on where you are in the world. I'm going to give Australian dates. Obviously, it's the day or the night before for all you guys in America. So from the 25th through to the through to the 6th of October, Casual Rage will probably be starting at least 2 hours before it usually does. So 2 hours prior than the time it is now, basically. So that Anna can come on, we can talk about each episode, and then she can go and do do the Jack Show. So that should be good. I've been wanting to sort of collab with Anna for a while on some Star Wars stuff and do some streams, just breaking down some episodes and things like that and talking about it. I wanted to do it with her when we did, when they released Andor, because she was on the same page that I was with it. But yeah, that wasn't able to happen. So hopefully that will all go to plan, and we'll be able to set that up for you guys. And that should be a good time. Should be fun. Us completely shitting all over the Ahsoka series. From what I've been seeing with Ahsoka, I think that it's obviously going to be received really well. I just watched a Thor Skywalker video. I haven't watched one of his for a while, but I just watched this one sort of before we started. And, he was talking about how people liked the characters of Hera and Sabine and Ahsoka, and nobody had a real problem with it. And he was basically, talking about how the narrative is, nobody likes the Force is female, and everybody's, when they talk about these female characters, it's like, that makes the fan base toxic and sexist. And he's right in what he's saying in regards to the fact that it's funny how that is the narrative that comes out when we're talking about, let's say, somebody like Reva, right, in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. But then, they release this series and this trailer and everything that's come out, and there's not really any talk about that. And he's right in saying that. But it's because the apparently those characters were written really well in Rebels, and the story was really good in Rebels. And so that's where I sort of start to disagree a bit. But let's go through the chat and quickly say hello to everyone. We've got Nitrium in the chat. He says, Ahsoka is going to save Star Wars, Lucasfilm, and everything Disney. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And even Disney, sorry. Slay Queen. Yes. We've got OG Star Wars Alora. How you doing? She says, hello, everybody. As you join in, please smash the like button. Yes, smash that like button. Corey's in the chat. We've got Pro Jack Fan. How you doing? I'm in the building. Hello, everyone. Or hello, all. You know what I'm saying. Arbaru's here. G'day, Arbaru. Good to see you as well. Yes, I was a little bit late. Sorry, I had a work phone call that I just needed to take just before I started. I was about to click go live and this call came through and I had to take it. So sorry about that. So I wasn't playing Uno. But speaking of Uno, we're going to play some full Aussie Uno all together and hopefully stream that. I've got to take my laptop with me. So hopefully we'll be able to, like I said, put out some good content for you, some fun content. Fucking bash Mozza. We've got Nuisance Bird here. Bird ready to go. Awesome. Star Wars Marvel Purist. How you doing? Good to see you. Did you know there is a source named Sparrow? Sparrow. Yep. And now one called Mr. Fox. Is he fantastic? Is he fantastic, Mr. Fox? Yes. Good old sources, eh? Sith Assassin trailer. Good to see you. Let's see here. Soul Assassin's in the chat. Gilladorn. Fucking, I'm probably butchering that completely. Mr. Grant Gregory. The Vader Fanatic. How you doing? Let's see. Benzo, how you doing, Benzo? Good to see you. One episode being an hour. Is that like for the premiere? Because I've heard that every episode is at least 40 minutes long, if not like 45 minutes long. But is like the first one, the premiere one, like an hour long? Yeah, I did see something on the runtime. It was like the first two episodes, total runtime is like an hour and 38 minutes or something like that. Now, you got to remember, in that runtime that they give you, there's, 5 minutes of credits at the end, roughly? In everything that they've done, there is. Like, that's a lot of fucking credits to roll through. Crazy Mads here. How you doing? Fractured Filter, thanks for sending me some stuff. I actually grabbed some of that stuff, Fractured Filter, and obviously he's at work or something and he will be back to watch the replay. Anyone that does come in and watches the replay, thank you. Please smash the like button, of course. But yeah, thanks for coming back and watching the stream again. Really appreciate that. Sounds like fun. Interested to hear what Anna has to say since she has been a huge Ahsoka fan. Well, this is the thing. I feel like there's a lot of Ahsoka fans out there that were Ahsoka fans. Like I must admit, I was a bit of an Ahsoka fan until I spoke to a few people about why it's actually wrong, and it changed my mind. But the one thing about Anna is that she's very level-headed with this stuff. She sees through the crap. At least she just doesn't sit there. I mean, she did with Grogu, and she just thinks it's cute. But just because she thinks that the character is cute and she likes, Grogu, as a basically like as a toy sort of thing, as a baby, she still thinks that it's a shitty written character. She still thinks that the Mandalorian is shit. Like, it doesn't change her perspective on that. You know what I mean? I think that's supposed to be can't wait to beat you in pool. Yes, we've got a competition and make you cry. So Mr. Grant Gregory and I have put a bet, $50 bet on a game of pool. I haven't played in a few years, but I know that I'm pretty good at pool. And yeah, so we put a $50 bet on. Hopefully we can get a video or something out there for you guys of that game actually going on. I think that's supposed to be why? I don't know. Happened to your Lego behind you. What happened to that Lego behind you? What do you mean? You have changed the room. No, I haven't changed the room. I don't like it. Why did you change? Why did you change on me? Wow. I got 200 characters. So yeah, roll your dog. Thanks, Mr. Grant Gregory, for 15 months. He's been a member. Grandmaster Chris is here. How you doing? I've never spoken to somebody who I don't know that fucking. I don't know. Loves loves Rebels. Like, I've met people and I've spoken to people that just absolutely think that the Rebels is like amazing. I'm sorry, I kind of fucked that up there. Oh, it's unironically. Fucking, I'm a retard. I'm an absolute retard. I've never spoken to anyone who unironically loves Rebels. I have. And it's this is the thing with Star Wars. Like, it's almost like it just needs the shit on the screen. That's what Star Wars has become at the moment, or it has for a fair while now. We've got Dr. Lee in the chat. How you doing? What's Sparrow? Never heard of it. So Sparrow is the name of one of Cameron Pasha's sources at Lucasfilm. One of his spies, where he gets his rumors from. That's his code name, basically. So apparently there's another one now called Mr. Fox. Is Mr. Fox a foxy insider? Yeah, apparently. D-Day Direwolf, how you doing? Hey, bro. Let's see. Just scrolling through a little bit here. Bro's backstory, how you doing? Please don't mention Grogu, Baby Yoda around Anna. I know she goes really high pitched when you mention her, or when you mention him, I should say, around her. So when is it set? It's set, I believe it's 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So this is the thing. The Mandalorian Season 1 is set 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not there's going to be any tie-ins with her moments in Return of the Jedi or in the Book of Boba Fett, and whether or not they can actually make it consistent, right? So Basically, my understanding is that in this Ahsoka series, the events that we see her in The Mandalorian and in Book of Boba Fett haven't happened yet. So if they reference those things as they have happened, then they're screwing their own continuity based on when we're told the timeline is actually supposed to be. And OG Star Wars for 24 months. That's 2 years. My God. Thank you, Alora. I will definitely be tuning into your Ahsoka reviews. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I got it in the end. I am retarded, but I got there in the end. Crazy Mad loves Rebels. This is the thing. And then Soul Assassin says Rebels is trash. This is the thing that I've always seem to have to reiterate, is that you can like what you like. You got to allow me to dislike what I dislike and tell you why I dislike it. Now, people can tell me why specifically they liked a certain thing. For example, we're talking about Rebels here. So people can tell me why that they liked the Rebels series. And I can sit there and I can listen to it and everything. Now, there have been times where I've gone, yeah, but what about this? And what about this? And what about this? And a lot of the times when I mention certain things, there's no answer for it. It was kind of like on Side Scrollers, when if you watched that thing with Side Scrollers that we did, that round table discussion. And I asked the panel, I actually asked them twice, how do tracking fobs work? Right? Without using your head cannon, how did tracking fobs work? And nobody could answer it. They almost seemed bamboozled. They almost seemed like, like it's the first time that they've ever thought about it. And again, they still didn't answer it, even the second time I asked them. But, that's okay as long as we get, I don't know, the Mandalorian catching his bounty. I don't know. I don't know what makes that okay in people's eyes. You'd have to ask them. Fear of Fema, how you doing? Good to see you. Laughing at me. Let's see. Right, what's your favorite Star Wars ship? Din Cobb. "5 years, just like Heir to the Empire." Yep. Tracking fobs. And the Sundowners Club is in the chat as well. What's up, Rhino? How you doing? All right, we are pretty much caught up with the chat there. So, yeah, not ship as in vehicle. Yeah. That's my story. That's the story that I saw on Twitter. So let's just talk. We've obviously been talking already about it. Let's talk. Let's just get through this Ahsoka stuff that I've got here. So, as I mentioned, these are the release dates for the Ahsoka series. We've got 7 weeks with 8 episodes. And this is the other thing, too, that I want to point out, is this is supposed to be like a series, like a season. They seem to not even be able to fill, most of the time, 8 episodes with these series or seasons of stuff that they do. And there usually seems to be like at least 1, if not 2, completely filler episodes. Like with Mando season 3, with the Jack Black and the Lizzo episode, right? That was a completely filler story. It was just thrown in there. It was almost shoehorned in there. And they can't even seem to fill 8 episodes of storytelling. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they can do that with this series. But remember when a season of television was like 20 episodes or something, and they were actually able to fill 20 episodes based on what the series was about? You know, when you talk about something like Friends, okay, it's this comedy story, and you can basically tell any story you want. This episode, they could be talking about fucking, Ross getting another divorce, and over here in another episode, it could be a completely different, and it could be talking about Joey getting a job or something like that, right? This is obviously a little bit different. It's more serialized. Obviously, there was, that element to something like Friends, but with this, it just seems that they can't tell a consistent story within 8 episodes, or a cohesive story more so within 8 episodes. And you got to remember, this is Dave Filoni, the man that contradicts his own canon constantly. Another thing that's going to be interesting to see is if there are any more retcons from the Ahsoka novel. Because they certainly didn't have a problem doing that with the Tales of the Jedi stuff. Certainly didn't have a problem with that. G'day, Steven Salcedo. How you doing? So, 7 weeks, 8 episodes. It drops every Wednesday. And then on the Friday after, or if you're in America, the Thursday after, hopefully Anna and I are going to get together and at least get through this entire season. It's really disheartening to think where we are at with Star Wars, and my lack of hope, my lack of enjoyment that I get out of this. That's true. 75% of season 3 of Mando were filler. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. G'day, Jace. How you doing? Good to see you as well, dude. Jace, thanks for sending me links to your streams and everything. I appreciate the invite. Every time you happen to do that, I'm at work. I will say, dude, because I'm going to Adelaide over this weekend, and then the rest of that week I'm taking off. So if you send me a link sometime between the 12th and let's say the 17th of September, I should be able to at least make it onto one for you. Come and hang out. Hail, chat. Hail, Rhino. Hail. But yeah, I hate where we are with Star Wars. I know that there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way that I do, and there's people out there that still have hope that it can turn the corner, that it can actually get better. I'm just, the one thing I'm not looking forward to with this series is the praise that it is going to get for its... I mean, we've got to wait and see, but I can already see it being praised on a surface level basis, as opposed to the depths of what it probably should be in regards to writing. I mean, the one thing with this series is it shouldn't even be happening at all, right? Like, Ahsoka should be dead based on George Lucas's wishes. Filoni can't even acknowledge that Luke was a Jedi. Dude is a hack. 100% agree. 100% agree. That's another good point. The show is all female, so well, Force is female now these days. The Force is female. So we get kudos from Hollywood media for that. 100%. And that brings us straight into this. So these are the posters that dropped for it. Of course, it's Star Wars only. Disney seal. Let's take a look at these images really quickly. We got Ahsoka. Fair enough. She's the main character. The series is called Ahsoka. You would expect her, action shot with her lightsaber. I don't see why they wouldn't put her two lightsabers in there, but okay. It's a very unusual poster. We're going to do a little bit of a poster review here, guys, as some of you will laugh and have some fun with that. And she's very off-center. I would have thought they would have centered her and had her with her two lightsabers. But no. Let's just cut her arms off and put her in the side here. Then you've got Sabine with what I would have thought was supposed to be Ezra's lightsaber. And why? Why should she have a lightsaber as opposed to a blaster? I don't know. Are they trying to tell us something more and more with these trailers and everything with Sabine? Are they trying to turn her into some sort of Jedi or Force user? Because even throughout her training that she had with Kanan, yeah, I'm exactly the same. Why she got a saber? Why? Yes, and poster reviews. That's right. Then we've got Hera. She's got a blaster because she's just a normal rebel character. Then we've got, I can't remember his name. Starts with a B. Whatever they've decided to call him. The other Jedi survivor. And his apprentice, the other Jedi survivor. And we've got this character which nobody knows anything about. Balin, thank you. What's the predominant thing that you see here? Yes, toxic white male villain. That's right. What's the predominant thing that you see here? Oh, lightsabers? Yeah. I was thinking something else. Women and a dead actor. All Filoni's characters. The last woman is in Mando? Really? That's what I was getting for. All women. Because the Force is female. You got to remember that. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Honestly. Mostly women, yep. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, other than the fact that that is the narrative that they've been pushing. The Force is female. Everything that we've had coming out in more recent times with Lucasfilm has been all female characters. Yeah, I'm on that too. Who is she in Mando? The Magistrate. I'm going to have to go back and have a look at that. I look, because of the narrative that they've been pushing with the whole women thing, because of all of the Force is female bullshit, and because of what we've had in the last couple of years with Star Wars in regards to the Force is female narrative, it definitely makes me think that this is going to lack in story because it needs to revolve around these characters. They're not going to act like normal characters. They're not going to act like normal women. They're going to act like men in women's bodies, because they need to be strong, and they think that strength in a woman means acting like a man. Again, we'll have to wait and see. They are definitely, like, through all the imagery and all of that sort of thing that they're doing, like in the backgrounds of these posters and throughout the trailers, there is a lot of stuff that suggests we are going world between worlds again. And in saying that, there was obviously this. Now, this was a rumor that came out a long time ago. A long time ago. I'm going to actually make this a bit larger. A long time ago, this rumor came out. Long before we're seeing it just now, right? But to me, this is, whether or not this is a dream sequence, whether or not this is a world between worlds kind of sequence, whatever this becomes. G'day, Nikki. Nikki, how you doing? The beautiful Nikki in the chat. Sorry, I was just reading this, and then it's like, yeah, we were talking about that, and then she's like, oh, I was a bit behind. Anyway, how you doing, Nikki? Good to see you. So I don't know what this sequence is going to be, and we don't necessarily know that we're 100% getting it, right? Do I think that we're going to get it? Well, it certainly wouldn't surprise me, being Dave Filoni and the hack that he is, and how he wants to prop up. He's basically made Ahsoka Luke Skywalker, but then also made Ahsoka, like, it's so important that she's even taking Obi-Wan's place in this fight. Now, I don't know. This is the thing that I will say. I don't know how this could be a dream sequence for Ahsoka, because she wasn't there, right? Could it be a Force vision? I don't see why she would get a Force vision of this incident. I really don't. I don't know why there would be that. So the only other thing that it could possibly be, maybe, is world between worlds. But the world between worlds, like, my understanding of the world between worlds is it shows you certain periods in time. It doesn't alter, like, okay, it doesn't alter those unless somebody specifically alters it in the sense of, like, what we saw in Rebels. So you got to remember, in Rebels, when Ezra saves Ahsoka from Vader in that fight from the season 2 finale, or the end of season 2 of Rebels, and he pulls Ahsoka through the portal into the world between worlds and saves her life, then Palpatine shows up, tries to gain access to the world between worlds. But at the end of that, Ahsoka runs back through the same portal that she came from, and Ezra goes back through the same portal he came from. So there's the possibility of it altering or allowing, like, okay, let's just look at it from, this could get confusing, but let's just look at it from Ahsoka's perspective for a second. Ahsoka's fighting Vader in that temple. right? Ezra pulls her through the portal. In that reality that she just got pulled from, time is still going by. Vader was like, what the fuck? Where did she disappear to? Where did she go? And then jumps in his ship and flies away. Then 10 minutes goes by. Ahsoka runs back through that portal. Vader's gone. She's still back in her own reality. Same with Ezra. Right? So my understanding is that the world between worlds can't create a multiverse, so to speak. That's not what the world between worlds is, and not what the world between worlds ever was. Now, we have heard rumors that they are going to make a multiverse, and they're probably going to use the world between worlds to do that, which I think, and if anybody thinks it's a good idea, is you got rocks in your head. It's a big mistake to do that. What will my reaction be if this happens? If this actually does happen? It's an eye roll moment for me. It's a typical Dave Filoni hack fucking trying to prop up his character. And that's really what my reaction would be. It'd be like, I actually can't believe that they actually did it. Because if this is World Between Worlds, then where is Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is it going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ahsoka taking on Anakin? And then her actually being there, if that is the case, how does that affect the result of that fight? Essentially, Anakin losing his limbs, being burnt on the shores of Mustafar, and then ending up in the suit. This is significant if it is actually real and the part of the world between worlds. Because if it is through the world between worlds, the only way that it could be just Obi-Wan and Ahsoka is that Ahsoka needs to pull Obi-Wan through the portal and then jump through it herself. For Obi-Wan not to be there. There is no multiverse here. When Ezra's walking through the world between worlds in Rebels, all the quotes and everything that he's hearing are periods in time that have actually happened. There's nothing there. There is nothing there that is a shoot off from reality, so to speak. Look at these people. Fucking 28, he, him. Fucking he, him. Like, what the fuck? The only people that fucking like anything fucking Star Wars these days is fucking pronoun idiots. And then as I go through, there's no one with pronouns in their bio. And you know the crazy thing about this? They do whatever this is that they're going to do in retconning, whatever they're going to retcon here, whatever they're going to do here, is that literally the seals are going to clap. That's what's going to happen. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's like, we always wanted to see what would have happened if Ahsoka had have fought Anakin on Mustafar. No, we didn't. No. We didn't. Mike Hill for 10 says, I asked Star Wars Theory if they would retcon Revenge of the Revenge of the Sith. He said it's just will be a fan fiction or what if Star Wars or what if Star Wars. Well, you wait. You wait for his reaction to this. If they show this, no matter how they do it, no matter what it means for continuity, no matter what it means for moving forward with Star Wars, with multiverse or stuff like this, you wait. You wait. This is what we're going to see from Star Wars Theory. I'd almost bet my left nut. Either that or he'll say, oh, it was a shit episode. It fucking retcons Revenge of the Sith, but it's an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for the 10, Mike. Appreciate that. It's just another case of Dave Formulonly. Formulonly. I don't know if I got that right, but she's got to trademark it. I basically get it. That's funny. But it's like I said, people are going to seal clap the shit out of this. They really are. And the funny thing is the people that are going to seal clap the shit out of this are the people that said that when we criticized Andor, oh, you just need lightsabers and you just need people using the Force. I hate to say this to those people too, but Star Wars, what Star Wars is, the philosophy and the mythology of what Star Wars is, revolves around the Force and revolves around these Force users using lightsabers. So yes, when I think of Star Wars and what we should at least be getting some elements of in Star Wars is Force users and lightsabers. However, that's not to say that every story that needs to be told has to have a Force user and has to have a lightsaber. But like even when you move forward within the EU, what does the stories revolve around? You've got stories like the X-Wing series and things like that that don't necessarily revolve around Force users. Or you've got the Rebel Commandos, is it? Whatever that story is, I haven't read it. But as far as I know, those stories don't revolve around, or no main characters in that are actually Force users, from my understanding. I see you, Lethal, too, in the chat. How you doing? But Star Wars should predominantly revolve around the Force. It really should. Because that's what Star Wars is. And I got sent this. Disney Plus, subscribers are getting first dibs at upcoming Ahsoka merchandise. I don't know how much this is going to work, but to me, this is this is them trying to get more Disney Plus subscribers and hopefully sell some merch that way. You know, if you don't subscribe to Disney Plus and you want this merch, they're only getting first dibs at it. Doesn't mean you're not going to get some dibs at it. Andor was boring. I completely agree. It was boring and contradictory. And it definitely skipped over massive story elements that they were trying to build up and then just dropped, cut at the fucking, just cut it off. Just let's stop talking about that. Let's move on to this. And again, people ignore that. People ignore that. Ain't nobody buying Ahsoka merch. You want to bet? You want to bet, Soul Assassin? No one here is. No one here is buying fucking Ahsoka merch. But there are people out there that fucking, yeah, they're going to buy it. Trust me. I'm not saying that this series is going to, let's say, flop. I think this is going to have one of the better ratings when it comes to the Star Wars, Disney Plus Star Wars shows and things that they've come out with. It's definitely going to do well for them, I feel. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be good. It certainly does not mean that it's going to be any good. And it's like I said, it will not surprise me in the slightest that Dave Filoni, when Dave Filoni, I should say, retcons canon that's already established in their own canon. I mean, if they can retcon the Ahsoka book with the Tales of the Jedi and what they did there, and if they can retcon things like Qui-Gon Jinn, something as simple as Qui-Gon Jinn actually appearing at the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi and retconning his Clone Wars, Dave Filoni's Clone Wars, then they'll do anything. They'll do anything for the claps. Fuck it, they'll do anything. G'day, Keely. How you doing? All right, I'm going to smoke through this one. He retconned Rebels with Sabine. Well, even in the trailer, they're talking about how Ahsoka walked away from Sabine, and Sabine was this. I don't know, I can't remember exactly the wording, but like Sabine was some sort of rebel against Ahsoka. You know what I mean? Like, where did anyone see that in the Rebels? Ahsoka always had more to do with Ezra and Kanan in the Rebels series. They were always going behind closed doors because it was Jedi business. You know, when did she ever have an affiliation with Sabine? When? A friendship. Her friendship was through Ezra. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Like, if you've watched the Rebels series, you know, even when Sabine did her fucking lightsaber training because she was wielding the dark saber, it was all with Kanan. G'day, Tris. Roll your rhino. Correct. Hail the god of bamboozled. Bamboozly. In the chat. only at the end? Is that in response to when she walked away from? Because no. If you remember, Ahsoka went back through the portal that she came so that she got pulled through. Now, it was correct. Fucking cat hair. You see it? She goes back through the portal that she came back from, or she got pulled through. Sorry, she goes back through that portal. Now she's got to make sure that she disappears in her timeline, in her time period. I don't want to say timeline because it makes it sound like multiverse. In her time period, because then that could affect Ezra finding the world between worlds and actually doing those actions. So she's got to make sure that she stays in hiding, right? But then the next time we see Ahsoka is at the end of Rebels when she's doing her Gandalf impersonation with Sabine. So there was no specific time where these two had some sort of chemistry or some sort of interaction where, you know, she is her master or something like that, or anything like that. Has anybody here recently rewatched Rebels? No. I kind of feel like with how much this is going to sort of tie into all of that, I kind of feel like I should. I really don't want to. I got to say that much. Because I feel like it's been so long since I've watched it, and there's going to be such tie-ins and there's going to be such retcons from it with exactly what I'm talking about that I almost want to know what's going on. You know what I mean? I need to remember. Exactly. I'm not even sure if I ever remember them even talking to each other on screen. Exactly. Exactly. There was never really any interaction between these two characters during the Rebels series. For Ahsoka to be saying what she says in the trailer, right? I'm actually going to bring it up and just bear with me. I know it's painful to watch, but fucking let's just do it. All right. Let's get to those lines. This is typical Dave Filoni bullshit garbage, trying to make something more important than it actually is, trying to make these characters like have history together when they never had history together.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
So this chick here, hold on. This chick here, she's from the Mandalorian series, but she's... Oh, hang on a second. Now I know. The magistrate, the one that has the Beskar spear and fights. It's from season 2 and fights Ahsoka. Yes. I remember now. She's not in season 3. She's in season 2. She fights Ahsoka with the Beskar spear, and it seems that she's force sensitive because she does this with her hand. Oh, maybe this is so that they can justify why she was actually able to disarm Ahsoka with one of her lightsabers during that fight. Maybe they looked back on it and they realized, oh, this is a bit pathetic. Ahsoka seems a bit pathetic fighting a non-force user with a Beskar spear, and she's got her 2 lightsabers and she even gets disarmed by one, so we better make her force sensitive.
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
You and I both know who could help you with this.
This line here, you and I both know who could help you with this.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
When did fucking Ahsoka ever see Sabine being stubborn? When, Dave Filoni?
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
I bet your must. They're talking to each other like they fucking have this massive history.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine.
When? When did you walk away from Sabine, Ahsoka? When?
You never made things easy for me.
This conversation of this history that they've got together makes no sense. None whatsoever. None. It's funny, you know, there are going to be people that watch this Ahsoka series that have never watched the Rebels series, right? They're going to have this conversation and people are going to be like, oh, Sabine and Ahsoka have such history together. Maybe I'll go back and I'll watch and see what that history is. And then they'll go back and watch Rebels and be like, what the fuck are they talking about? But no, instead of actually doing any of that, instead of people actually being like, oh, bullshit, they had no history after watching it, you know what they'll do? That. Is Hayden in this? I think he is. Like, if they do that, the Mustafar fight again, then he'll be in that. You never know. We might see him as a hologram as well, you know, teaching lightsaber forms the same way that they showed him in Rebels doing that. Sabine is a Jedi now? Like, yeah, probably. Probably.
Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut.
I don't want to watch anymore. We saw what we wanted to see. The history that these two never had played out. It's beyond me. It's beyond me. I just don't get it. I don't get it. How people who did actually watch the Clone Wars and did actually watch the Rebels can sit there and go, yeah, this makes sense. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Sabine and Ahsoka back together again when they were never together again in the first place. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but they never had interactions in the Rebels series. This is what makes me feel like I need to go back and watch it again. And I really don't want to because I know that I'm just going to sit there through most of it, rolling my eyes at it. I'm pretty sure I could skip all of season 1 because Ahsoka doesn't show up in season 1 at all, right? Or maybe right at the end of season 1 she does. She's more so in season 2. Yeah, they interacted at the end of the series, but that interaction was literally Ahsoka standing there. There was no dialogue that took place between them. I'm pretty sure. Fucking Dave Filoni, what a fucking hack. Retard. Can't even keep his own fucking continuity together. And look, she's already got short hair. I know that's a minor thing, but like this is supposed, there's supposed, at the end here, there is that time jump, right? And if you actually go back to the trailer, when in this scene that you see right at the end, when Ahsoka shows up, that they've done now in live action as well, Sabine's still got her short hair.
We all anticipated never came. The once invincible empire had begun to fracture. The small rebellion had become bold. His reign of terror came to an end.
Not long after you see those wolves too, by the way, Luthen goes and kills those wolves and then takes their tablets to take to his store. Just, you know, headcanon.
After the war, Zed took Callus along the secret hyperspace path to the planet Lyrasan, or the Lasat people, and that they were thriving. By that time, there had been a new member added to the crew of the Ghost.
I wonder if we're going to see him. Or does he just get retconned out of existence? You know, another white straight male. Maybe they'll make him grow up to be gay.
Spectre 7, Jason Syndulla. Born to fly, just like his mother. And well, we all know what his father was like. As for me, I used to think that Ezra was counting on me to protect Lothal, the planet and the people he cared for so much.
Short hair.
But one day, I realized there was more to it. There was something else I was meant to do. Ezra's out there somewhere.
This is literally Ahsoka and Sabine's first interaction, like through the entire series, and it's right at the end.
And it's time to bring him home.
I'm gonna get completely fucked on for watching this, but I don't care. That's pretty much it, isn't it? They don't actually talk. They just fly away together. Sorry, I gotta do this.
She's
This is a recreation of that shot that we saw. At least I believe it is. It fucking certainly looks like a recreation of that animated shot we saw. Why has she got long hair? Do they change Sabine's motivations and what she did and what she was and
still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I.
I mean, I could be wrong, but this seems like just a recreation of what we just saw in live action. Other than the fact that she's not wearing white and she doesn't have the staff.
Walked away from Sabine.
You never made things easy for me.
Oh, it's just fucking Dave Filoni, typical fucking retcon artist. Fucking disloyal to Dave Filoni. Just as disloyal to Dave Filoni as Kathleen Kennedy. You think otherwise, well, get out of your headcanon. Get out of your headcanon, because headcanon isn't a goddamn thing. Canon is created by the creators. This is why I refuse to hear what people's headcanon is in regards to how tracking fobs work and things like that. Because it's the creators of these devices and it's the creators of these series that are supposed to explain these things. They're supposed to actually have explanation there. Whether it be through dialogue, whether it be just visual. Whatever it is that we are told and see should be through the screen. Not through extra homework, books, this sort of thing. It shouldn't be that way. It's the same thing with Rey's training being downloaded from Kylo while he's torturing her. And the crazy thing is that those people that sat there and loved Rebels are sitting there and going, "Oh my God, this trailer is amazing." It's like they literally turn their brains off to what they've seen and what they've heard before and what actually makes sense. It blows my mind. It blows my mind how somebody like Star Wars Theory can say that Dave Filoni is doing it right. That Dave Filoni should be the president of Lucasfilm or should be the sole creative fucking hearsay over everybody. He should trump everybody. It blows my mind that these people out there can sit there and ignore blatant, clear outpoints. Oh, 100%. 100%. It's like I said, when he was fucking, what was the last thing that came out? Andor. He was sitting there saying, "Oh, this was a boring episode. Oh, it was pretty lame. It was pretty boring." And then he goes and gives it a fucking 8 out of 10. Let me cater to the people that did hate it and did think it was boring and did think it was stupid by saying it's boring and stupid. And then let me cater to the people that sit there and just seal clap and love everything and tell them that it was an 8 out of 10. But these are the headlines. These are some of the headlines that I just wanted to share this really quickly because this is the direct, right? So these are just some of the headlines. Star Wars releases first posters for live action Sabine Wren. We already saw that. We looked at that poster. And I think they're specifically pointing out Sabine because why the fuck is she holding a lightsaber like that? Interesting. Ahsoka Season 2 may happen on one condition, reveals Star Wars. What? That it gets received really well? I don't think it's undeniable. It is undeniable that this is going to be received really well. Not by me, and not by people that actually care. Ahsoka's new trailer includes 12 major Jedi. Yoda, Rey, and more. Hang on a second. We need to click on this one. Where? Luke Skywalker. Grogu. Did we see these fucking people in these trailers? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anakin Skywalker. Qui-Gon Jinn. Ahsoka Tano. She's no Jedi. Yoda. Rey. Balin. Who knows who the fuck that is? Shin. I'm going to kick these fucking idiots in their shins in a second. Leia Organa. Kylo Ren. Wow. Didn't see him. Didn't see her. Saw him. Didn't see her. Didn't see him. Saw her. Didn't see him. 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 3 out of those 12. New trailer includes. What? What the fuck? Ahsoka. First full body looks at Sabine and Hera Syndulla in live action. Full body looks. Wow. This is something to report on, isn't it? Fucking look at her legs, man. Incredible. They definitely like taking it, like she's at least got some sort of curve in there, but like, anyway. Wow. Look at her legs. She's got boots on. She's got boots on. Fucking, what has happened to Star Wars? That these are headlines. These are the things that they want us to talk about when it comes to fucking this stuff. Andor Season 2. Release, cast, and everything we know. When is the release date? Let's see if we can find that in here. 12 episodes. August 2024. So this time next year. And good old Tony Gilroy, the man that doesn't give a fuck about Star Wars, is creating it just for you. Disney Plus's Ahsoka new merch may spoil Anakin Skywalker's role in the show. Did we get an image of that fucking merch? No. And I'm not even going to fucking bother reading it. It's stupid. Lucasfilm just fired a Star Wars Disney Plus showrunner in a brutal way. Okay, that must be the firing of the writer that he found out. You know, they Gina Carano'd him. I love the headline, man. Jar Jar Binks actor reflects on his suicide attempts from fan abuse. This fucking narrative of fan abuse. Now, I'm not going to say that there weren't fans out there that might have been disappointed and might have shown their disappointment to the actor for it, because it happens these days, right? First thing that I will say is grow a thick skin. Second thing that I'll say to all of these people that promote that it was actually the fan backlash that did it, it was more the fucking media. Even Ahmed Best says it. And Jake Lloyd. It was the media. Back when these movies came out, there was no social media where we fucking get online and fucking complain about fucking actors and this and that. That didn't exist back then. It was media abuse. It was you guys that are writing these articles that abuse the shit out of him. Fifteen best Star Wars Black Series action figures ranked. Let's take a look. Fucking why? Does anyone even care? Really? 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 Ray! Is that like number one? Are we going like 1, 2, 3, 15? Okay. This isn't even numbered. Honorable mention. Ray. So she's sitting at 16. Admiral Akbar. Imperial Probe Droid. Count Dooku. Chopper. Ahsoka from Mando Season 2. Really? Paz Vizsla. Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi. Captain Rex. Zeb. Who is that? Who is that? Is that the Easter Bunny? What is this character from? Yes. Who? It's a bounty hunter from a 1977 comic. Number 6, wow. Number 5, Leia. Number 4 is Tech. Emperor Palpatine. Chewbacca and C-3PO. And number 1... Oh, such fan backlash. Oh, shit. Oh my God. It's so funny. There was no Luke there. There was no Anakin there. There was no Vader there. Oh my God. No Revan. Yep, I see you in the chat. Who is that? Fucking my eyes have gone blurry from laughing. Star Wars Marvel purist. Yes. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's so brilliant. Look, article one after the other two. Oh. Star Wars actress clarifies Rebels season 5 comments. Okay, didn't even know that was even a thing. Is that because, like, hang on a second. How many seasons of Rebels do we have? We got 4, right? So people are saying that this Ahsoka series is basically just a Rebels season 5. That's right. And the actress, one of the actresses came out. Was it Rosario? Yeah, it was Rosario Dawson saying that this is basically a Rebels season 5. So now she's got to clarify those comments. Why? Because Dave Filoni said, no, don't promote it like that. This is something completely different. We're taking shit from the EU and we're going to fucking change it. How unfair. No one cares. Star Wars finally reveals true identity of Tamara Morrison's Obi-Wan character, the old guy that was begging on the street. No one cares. Ahsoka Star reveals if you need to watch Rebels to enjoy new Disney Plus show. It will add more weight to everything that's going on, but it's fine if you haven't. See, this is the thing, that they're almost relying on the fact that people haven't watched the Rebels. Based on what we saw in that trailer. They're relying on that. Donald Glover makes Star Wars history on new Disney Plus show? What, that he's going to write it? Basically, yes. Certainly poured my heart out and spent a lot of time working with them to put together a really great show. It feels like everybody loves it. And what is this in regards to? And, I was told we had to put a pause on it because of scheduling. This is just in regards to the fucking writers thing. The writing fucking debacle with that. There you go. There's some of the headlines, the more recent headlines. Fuck, that one made me laugh, though, those Black Series. And then the same day, they're talking about Jar Jar Binks, Ahmed Best. And then there's this article. Ahsoka villain theory reveals an exciting Star Wars first. And you know what it is? It's his armor. Where did I see it? Was it there? Hold on. The fact that he's wearing armor fit for a knight. It's a Star Wars first. Woo! This is literally what Star Wars has become. It's nothing but fucking... It's nothing. It's literally nothing. Nothing that anyone would care about or probably should care about, to be honest. And last but not least, we've got this, and I only just saw this. When I woke up this morning, I saw that Ryan put out a video on this, and I watched his video, and it's kind of funny. So Damon Lindelof, right, and Justin Gibson, are on the picket lines for the writer's strike. Now, again, the first part of this is just them talking about what it's like being there and everything, and it's been going for 100 days. Whoop-de-fucking-do, right? But let's take a listen to the tail end of this, their little interview here. Now, Damon Lindelof, what was he writing? Like, people are saying like that he was writing the Rey Skywalker movie, and now he's not writing the Rey Skywalker movie because that activist chick now is, right? But I thought he was also working on something else. Can't remember. Doesn't even matter.
Lifted. It's great to see all these people out here. I don't feel like anyone has wavered, at least in my circle, and it's a pretty big circle. Everyone is here. Everyone is ready. Everyone is not giving up. No one is sitting here saying, well, you know, it's hard for everybody. We all know that. But at the end of the day, like, we're in this fight for the long haul. We're going to get what we need to get. You know?
We're a little jealous about Sag's t-shirts.
We're a little bit Sag. We're a little
Sag
jealous of Sag's
better
t-shirts. Yeah.
We could have done better.
We could have. But no, this is a great day. You know, as hard as it is, and my heart goes out to everyone who's been losing their homes and having to take second jobs and doing all the things that they have to do to support their families. But this will not be done in vain. This will be done so we have a better future for writers, for actors, for everybody out here on the line.
Now, I do want to point out, and I only got this from Ryan's video again earlier, that Damon Lindelof is net worth is like $30 million or something. $30 million.
Thank you, guys. And Justin and I wrote a Star Wars movie together.
Yeah, we did.
Picketing Disney is more fun.
Oh, it's a delight.
I will say that.
Strike the Empire back, baby.
Picketing Disney is more fun than writing for Star Wars. Picketing Disney is more fun than writing for Star Wars. I mean, yeah, I could probably agree with that. I reckon you're probably right. But from what you have done and your involvement in it all, I think they were right to fucking get rid of you. But then they got rid of you to bring in somebody even worse, or at least on par with you, as these activist fucking idiots. It's believable under Kathleen Kennedy, 100%. Anyway. I got nothing really more to say about that other than fucking. I hope it all just comes crashing down. Keep protesting, just not get your job backs. You don't get your jobs back, and you know, the writers of entertainment recently have been absolutely horrible. I wanted to think of a better word than that. But the writing for entertainment these days has been absolute. It's an abomination of writing. Nothing really makes sense when they put these things together. You know, the writer of something like She-Hulk, for example, should be fucking thrown in the bin. Hey, drunk 3PO, how you doing? Look at that beard. Yeah, man. I need to go get it trimmed, dude. I need it. I need to go to the barber. Fucking, I got this massive neck beard going on. It's horrible. It looks so rugged. You almost look like a lumberjack. Dude, while I've got you here, guys, let me get it out. So, I got Jay's book. I got the little sticker and the magnet. It's on my fridge, but I'm going to give that to my nephew as well. So, I got this. I'm going to have a flick through it. I'm probably going to actually go through it with my nephew once I give it to him because I just want to read it. I want to see what your story's like, Jay. I want to see if it's any good, you know. But nah, like, thank you for doing this. I think that with everything that's been going on with all the independent guys and what they're doing at the moment in actually, you know, especially when we see what we're seeing at the moment, you know, with our entertainment, it's a breath of fresh air that they're actually going out there and they're doing their own thing and they're making, you know, stuff for us, especially with what we're seeing these days in regards to the books going through schools and things like that. And some of the garbage that is actually out there. That's why I want to give this to my nephew, because I want him to actually read something that has a good story, that has hopefully some good character development, has a bit of meaning. And, you know, I want to support as many people as I can, you know, that are actually out there trying to make better entertainment for us moving forward. So, Jay, thank you. Finally got here. I know it takes a while to get shit here from America to Australia, but I'm rapt that I've got it. And I can't wait to sit down and have a bit of a read through it with my nephew. And hopefully he can, you know, I hope I give him this and it becomes like his favorite book. I really do. Something along those lines. So, Achromatic Chronicles Blue, everyone. Obviously, the campaign is over, but I'm sure you've got stuff in the pipelines, Jay, that you're going to be moving forward with more of that, which I'm really happy about. Look at my back. Look at all the cat hair. See, I cleaned my front for you guys, but the back, horrible. But yeah, like just in there, you know, I've got these are all the things. Fuck. Let me do it this way. Let's see here. So, Achromatic Chronicles Blue. We got Cash Grab. Oh, that shows my fucking address. These were just Anna's pictures, paintings. You know, got a few of those. We helped out John Malin, and he's got some cool shit that comes with his stuff as well. More John Malin. We've got Cyberfrog. Oh, there's just cards in that one. Cyberfrog. And I backed more Cyberfrog. I backed more of John's stuff. What else have I done? Oh, also too, Michael. Oh, why have I forgotten? Blanked on his last name. Fuck. Hang on. I'll bring it up. The Lucent. Bancroft, thank you. Michael Bancroft, I backed his campaign. He came on the full Aussie and I couldn't not. Like, again, like I'm saying, these people are making good entertainment for us. You know, better than what Hollywood are doing. And they're doing it on a budget. They're doing it really fucking well. They're telling some good stories. You know, I back Anna's calendars as well. You know, I got Anna's first calendar. Opened it up, had a flick through it. Thought, yeah, cool, and just put it aside. You know, I think supporting these people that are actually willing to do stuff for us. And, you know, I backed fucking Rippaverse. I wasn't able to get it for the first campaign, but I got the catch-up pack for the second campaign. Awesome, yep, 1 and 2. I don't have it yet. Like I said, I wasn't able to get... When ISOM 1 came out, I really wanted to because I actually really wanted the cards because they looked really cool. But back then, I wasn't quite as financially stable as I am now. And so I wasn't able to do it back then. But again, when the second campaign came out, I bought the catch-up pack. 3 more to go in the series. Awesome. Awesome. And I'll be backing all 3 more. That's really cool. So, Jay, thank you. Thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you to all these independent guys out there that are actually, like I said, making way better content for us, being true to themselves and actually being true to storytelling and developing these things and making them so that we can enjoy them. Christopher, how you doing? Come to make Rhino rage. You do. Avengers Infinity War is I think good. I think it's one of the best out there. Also, you're doing awesome on Flashcast. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope Flash isn't getting sick of me. I hope the chat isn't getting sick of me, but I've been having a great time on Flashcast. It has been awesome. It's been a lot of fun. And I have missed a couple of my homework assignments from him. But, you know, in those cases, you know, I just sit back, be quiet, let everybody give their takes on whatever it is that that they're talking about. Like last week, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I love the Turtles. When I was a kid, I had the sewer, which was awesome. It was like this big, like really big. Had this power pole with like a swing thing on it, and you could attach your figure to it, and they swing down and take out the foot soldiers. I had all the figures. I had Rocksteady, Bebop. I had all the Turtles. I had Splinter. I had Shredder. I had multiple foot soldiers. I had the van that had the door that swung out. Yeah, my dad sold it all at a garage sale for like $30, and now it'd probably be worth heaps. But yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I appreciate it because, like, look, I'm not a big channel by any stretch. I you know, I don't necessarily do this for the growth of it all. I do it because obviously I enjoy it. If I wasn't enjoying it, then after 4 years and only being near the 4,000 subscriber mark, you know, it's kind of like, well, what's the point if I'm not enjoying it? So I continue to enjoy doing what I'm doing and giving you guys some content. And obviously, we've got Ahsoka coming out soon, and I know that there's people that are looking forward to my reviews on that, which they should be good. And like I said, there's going to be a bit of a collaboration with Anna, that Star Wars girl, moving forward in regards to just through the Ahsoka series. If you weren't here earlier, when Ahsoka starts, Casual Rage will start approximately 2 or 3 hours earlier so that Anna can come on. We can talk about the episode, and then she can go off and do the Jack show. So that'll be happening moving forward. Maybe on a couple of those shows too, we can get a couple more people. I'd love to do a collab with X-Wing. Jay, if you're going to watch any of Ahsoka, which I don't think you would, because I think you're a little bit tapped out of Star Wars, maybe you will. But if you happen to watch any episodes of Ahsoka and you want to come on that stream, by all means, let me know. But yeah, we might get a couple more people and see how we go with that. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. You know, but sorry, back to what I was saying about Flashcast. Like, I'm probably the smallest channel that's actually got like a consistent invite to that show, to that stream. And I can't thank, well, first of all, I can't thank Anna enough, because I don't think that Flash would have reached out to me and said, do you want to be a part of it moving forward, or keep coming on, keep getting the invite to come on, if it wasn't for Anna. Because Anna did those 2 or 3 Flashcast streams because Flash wasn't able to do it. She reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to come on, obviously said yes. And Flash obviously saw something there and was happy then to have me on moving forward, which I'm really, really happy about. You know, and these guys that I'm on with, sometimes I get a little bit of a, you know, and it's unlike me, but like I'm sort of sitting there going, fuck, I'm streaming with Nick Recader. Like, this is crazy. Like, you know, a guy that's got 500,000 subscribers or something like that. You know, and all these guys, you know, even streaming with Jay is a privilege and an honor. You know, when somebody like him, he's got 70, 80,000 now. I don't know exactly where he is. I know he was gunning for that 100K this year. I don't know how, like, I think it's been really hard to gain subscribers in the last sort of 12 months to 2 years. And I feel like it's obviously the market sort of flooded a little bit. And it probably didn't help that COVID probably flooded the market a bit more. Everybody sort of started up channels and stuff. They had more time. But yeah, it's been a real honor. And I feel very privileged to be a part of Flashcast. It's been great. It really has. I must admit, it's been sort of hard too, because we do the full Aussie show and we've now got that happening every Saturday night. So that starts at midnight and we always go through till either 3 in the morning, sometimes maybe even 4 in the morning. On the opposite week, sometimes it's only till 2:30. But then like getting to bed and then waking up in time to be there for Flashcast, that starts around 12 o'clock in the afternoon for me. But going to bed so late, and I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting on a little bit here. But no, it's been great. It's been awesome. And thank you, Jay, for those kind words. Let me just check this out over here really quickly. Yep, we're all good on Streamlabs, I should say. All right. I just wanted to touch on this really quickly because I saw this and I thought it was kind of funny. So Indiana Jones 5 with Harrison Ford will end its run making less at the box office than a Han Solo film without Harrison Ford. That is kind of funny. That is kind of funny. An Indiana Jones movie with Harrison Ford is going to end up making less at the box office than Solo. And hashtag Solo lost money, ladies and gentlemen. Man, this movie is probably the biggest bomb and the biggest loss of money for a single movie ever. Like, I don't know, because I don't know, like, obviously there's a lot of movies out there and there's probably a lot of movies out there that didn't make money, right? But when you're talking about a big blockbuster film with a big blockbuster character like Indiana Jones and a big movie star like Harrison Ford, you kind of think, you know, something like that should make money. And when you just look at the current box office for it, worldwide, it's been petering, and it's about to just completely stop. Like there's nothing going into this movie. 369 million, let's say $370 million. And this movie had a $300 million budget. And who knows how much the marketing costs were. People are predicting $150 million, which you could believe. I mean, they never released those numbers, so we don't know. It's all speculation with that. But let's go lower end. Let's say it was only $100 million. There's a $400 million budget that they've got to make back. And obviously, you can't say that if they make $400 million at the box office, that's breaking even, because it's not. And it's clearly not. John Carter lost $236 million. Okay, well, based on the information that I know and the information that we've had, if this stops at $370 million, let's just give it an even round, $400 million, right? By the time it closes out, which I don't even think it's going to hit that, right? But let's say it does. This movie will have lost $400 million. By the time it pays out, like the theaters and all of that sort of thing out of the box office, that's what I'm seeing. $400 million loss for Lucasfilm. And guys, I'd love to be able to sit here and say, now is the time to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. And look, don't get me wrong, now is definitely the time to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Definitely. She should have been gone ages ago. Ages and ages and ages ago. However, even getting rid of Kathleen Kennedy ain't going to change shit. Not only as long as it's under Disney, right? But also, too, the environment that she's culminated over there at Lucasfilm. The people that are involved. I mean, look at what Dave Filoni's done. And look at what Dave Filoni's about to do. We just talked about it for the last, half an hour earlier. Right? What he is about to do with all the retconning and all the shit that he is doing with the Ahsoka show. Between her and Sabine and everything that we just showed and everything that we just went through. They need a clean out. They need to clean out nearly everyone, if not everyone. But they'll never do it. They'll never do it. And I don't think Kathleen Kennedy is ever going to be fired. She will walk away, step down, and she will put somebody else in place that's probably just as bad, if not worse. I don't see her putting anyone that's better in my eyes. Like, from my perspective, that is going to be better. Certainly not a fan. She's certainly not going to put somebody who was ever a fan of anything over there at Lucasfilm, especially Star Wars. So Kathleen Kennedy going makes no difference. Honestly, I don't want KK gone. She has done a brilliant job of losing Disney Lucasfilm money, and replacing her wouldn't change anything anyways. I agree. But anyway, I did find it funny that Indiana Jones is essentially making less money at the box office than Solo, a Star Wars story. You know, with the kind of Twitter page that Culture Crave is, it's almost like he's trying to say that, you know, that makes Han Solo, the Solo movie, good, which it certainly doesn't. Hello, Han. What's your surname? I don't have a surname. Oh, what's your people? I don't have a people. Oh, so you're Solo. Yeah, I'm Solo. Okay, Han Solo. Read my comment, Rhino. Why, Christopher? Why? Are you going to fucking piss me off? Hey, Rhino, get this. So, this is a Disney shill moment. So, Toy Story 5 is said to be in development, okay? Now, I say they're beating a dead horse, but the Disney shills say it's for the next generation. Is that the comment you wanted me to read? See, this is the crazy thing about that whole statement with the next generation, right? Yes, and Solo did suck. The next generation. These things out there that were timeless, like Star Wars, or even Toy Story, for example. Toy Story 1 is still a brilliant movie. Timeless. That's what makes, first of all, the good entertainment. But that's what makes it be able to be for generations upon generations moving forward. You know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The Star Wars fans that were out there, right? They were never going to get these new Star Wars fans that they were hoping to get. Anyone that was a Star Wars fan was going to be a Star Wars fan. Anyone that wasn't going to be a Star Wars fan wasn't going to be a Star Wars fan. There's nothing that they could have done, right? No matter how many women they put on the screen, right? There was nothing that they could have done to culminate a new fan base. They already had the fan base. But it was those fans that were going to give it to the next generation. And then that generation was going to give it to the next generation. You know, if I had kids and I sat down and I was watching Star Wars with them, I don't expect them to see what I see when I'm watching it. All these deep lore elements and all these deep connections. No, they're going to see flashy lightsabers and moments in time. Like, you know, I've seen some of the kids out there that watch the no, I am your father moment for the first time. And they look to their parent and they're like, really? No, really? Like, they understand. And this is the thing that I hate about the whole statement that Star Wars is for kids. What do you care? Give them some credit, will you? Give the kids some credit. Some of them see these deep plot points at a very early age. Some don't. But then when they do get older, you know, and you can sit there with your son or your daughter and you can actually explain to them the deeper elements to the story. That's generational. And yes, Star Wars is for all ages. I didn't see some of those deeper things in Star Wars until I became an adult. That's exactly right. It's for kids is an insult to kids. When you sit there and you're criticizing something and they're like, it's a space adventure, space wizards meant for kids. What are you fucking so worried about? That you're insulting the kids more than you're insulting me. You're giving the kids out there no credit whatsoever. So what happens when those kids grow up, right? And they're sitting there seal clapping it, and they're allowed to because they just see that surface level storytelling, right? And then when they get older and realize how shit it really was, this is why people out there that say that the sequel trilogy, give it some time, it'll be like the prequels. It'll be praised and beloved and everything moving forward. Not, because there's no depth. There's no writing elements in there that people can grab onto and say that gets better with time. No way. No fucking way. Well, Christopher, ask yourself that question. Throughout the first 3 phases, who were some of the people out there that were most excited for this culmination of the story? Yeah, it was definitely aimed at kids. Absolutely it was. But can we say that it was also aimed at adults? Because as an adult, I was excited for Infinity War. I was excited for the culmination of the story. 100%. No shame. Were you? Were you excited for the first 3 phases of the MCU? Chat, were you? I think as it was building, it got more and more exciting. Oh, that's a shame. Mega Jetty, how you doing? By the way, it was released on your birthday. I took it as Disney's gift for me. How wrong were you at the end of the day, dude? That's disappointing. Thought it was pretty cool up till Endgame. Yep. I think most people would agree with you. Man, I'm getting hungry. Fucking need to order some food. All right. You know what we're going to do? I'm actually going to order some food, and I'm just going to keep going for a little bit because there's a video I want to watch with you guys. It's 8 minutes long, and we've got to do Seal of the Week, and there's still a couple of things here that I just want to touch on as well. So we're probably going to go. I was going to say we'll do a shorter one, but because I'm probably not going to end up doing Casual Rage next week, unfortunately, I might just try and stick it out. All right, so give me a sec. Let me order some food. Let me make sure I've got enough money in my account here. Yep, we're good to go. All right, what am I going to get? Macca's. No, thank you. Macca's is probably the easiest. It's probably the easiest to eat as well. Otherwise, I'd get fish and chips, but then I'd have this fucking massive fucking shit of everything here. Now, the toss-up is whether or not I get a Big Mac or a McFeast. And then a cheeseburger as well. What the fuck is a McFeast? So a McFeast, do you know what a Whopper is? At Burger King, I guess you'd call it. We call it Hungry Jack's here. It's kind of like McDonald's version of a Whopper. So it's got beef, like your normal beef patty, and then you've got lettuce, cheese, tomato, pickle, onion, and it's got sauce, tomato sauce or ketchup, and mayo as well. Yes, a Royale with cheese. That's right. But no, it's kind of like a Whopper. It's McDonald's version of the Whopper. You guys got Whoppers over there, surely. So do I get that or do I get a Big Mac? The Big Mac is like, you can always be safe with a Big Mac. Well, it depends on how they cook the meat. All right, we're going to go a Big Mac. Oh, man, I really want, no, we're going, I don't know what to get. Fuck. I don't have a coin. I need to flip a coin. I need to flip something. I need fate to decide. Fuck. All right, let's see if there's something I can flip. Hold on. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'd put a poll in the chat, but everybody would just pick a Big Mac because they don't know what a McFeast is really. All right, I got a coin. Actually, I can take these off for the moment. All right, so heads is a Big Mac, tails is a McFeast. What do we got? Heads is a Big Mac, tails is a McFeast. Tails. Fate decided. We're getting a large McFeast meal with fries, Coke, we're getting that. And then we're going to get a cheeseburger. We're getting that. And we're going to get some Big Mac special sauce to dip my chips into that they always seem to forget. And I always continue ordering it. All right. Ordered. Let's go. That's true. Big Mac's here is fucking small. May as well call it a medium Mac. Fucking ridiculous. Yes. Mega Jetty for 2 says this stream has been brought to you by McDonald's. Yeah. Thank you, Mega Jetty. All right. So this is I'll show you guys. This is a McFeast. That's a McFeast. So you get meat, cheese, tomato, lettuce, pickle, onion, sauce, and mayo. Oh, they've got a double McFeast in South Africa. Wow. So that's what I'm getting, and a cheeseburger. Hopefully it's going to be delicious. You never fucking know. You never fucking know. See, what's the rating of my McDonald's near me? Let's see here. Out of 5 stars, it's only got 4 stars. Disappointing. Disappointing. All right, while we're waiting for that, I'm fucking starting to get the shakes. I'm that hungry. Talking about it made me even hungrier. Okay, so Star Councils, he, him. Hey, not the pronoun idiot. Grogu turns 91 during the upcoming The New Jedi Order movie in which Rey rebuilds the Jedi Order. And at the age of about 100, Yoda becomes a Jedi Master. Do you think the mature Grogu will be in the New Jedi Order? Now, I don't doubt for a second that Grogu is going to be in this film, if we do end up getting this film. I don't doubt that in the slightest. But it's interesting, you know. Yoda was training Jedi from, you know, the age of 100, maybe even 90. I don't exactly know, but he was very mature at the age of, I reckon he was very mature at the age of 50. You know, and we've got this Grogu Baby Yoda thing that knows what's going on too, because it's proven when he's put in that mech suit thing and he's doing the yes and no. Like his understanding of what's going on around him is quite clear. You know, and you got to remember he's aged over that time too. So, you know, from Mando season 1 where he was 50 years old, moving into Mando season 3, Book of Boba Fett, what we see of him in Book of Boba Fett with the training with Luke, and then back with Mando in season 3, I would say about 10 years has gone by. So by the end of Mando season 3, he is 60 years old. Now, I'm just speculating because we don't actually know, but if you go based on what Jon Favreau actually said about his age and about how much time he spent with Luke and how much time he spent with Mando and all of that sort of thing, then you've at least got to say that he's at least 55, if not getting closer to 60. But in that 10 years, nothing has really changed. He's still this bratty, kiddie, like, you know, immature piece of shit of a character. So I think that by the time he hits this 100 mark, again, he's going to be more like a teenager or something like that. Not even, really. I mean, in Mando season 1, where he's 50 years old, he is literally like acting like an infant. Other than lifting the rhino and stuff like that, when he has his Force moments. But he gets really tired after that and needs a little sleep. He needs his nap because he's a little baby. You know, imagine during the events of the Clone Wars, fucking Yoda, you know, I'm just trying to think. You know, even Kit Fisto, when he pushes over the clones, the droids, you know, and the Battle of Geonosis. Imagine all those Jedi after they just used the Force once. You know, they all needed to sit down in a little circle and have a nap. You know, that's because that's not how the Force works, and it never was how the Force works. It's just they needed to make him little cute little baby. So who fucking knows, really, at the end of the day? Grogu's not going to be anything fucking special. They don't know what to do with the character. That's why I really feel like the ending of Mando Season 3 is almost them shelving the characters until they know what to do with them. You know, the little yibbity, 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 that's all, folks, at the end, that little fucking circle thing that they did. Puts a real full stop on it, doesn't it? On the joke that Star Wars is to Disney Lucasfilm. Actually, I kind of want the Legion to make a fucking... Fucking why? There's not even a fucking clip of it. Fucking people talking over the top of it. I want the Legion to basically get that scene, that final end scene of Grogu and the circle zooming in just on him, everything else blacked out. And then I want fucking, what's his name, to pop out and just be like, yibbity, yibbity, yibbity. That's all, folks. Because that's exactly what it was. How much of a joke fucking Lucasfilm, Star Wars is to Lucasfilm. But I don't know. Is Grogu ever going to get fucking smarter? Is Grogu ever going to actually speak words? Is Grogu going to talk in essentially riddles, or like the way that Yoda speaks? Or is he going to speak the way that Yaddle speaks in fucking another little retcon that they did in Tales of the Jedi? Have her talking normally. Because it's not got nothing to do with the species. Apparently, it's got everything to do with how much of a piece of shit Yoda is and how much he was just, you know. Didn't want to talk normally. Wanted to talk in riddles. So who really fucking knows at the end of the day? Hi. It's only 3 o'clock, man. I'm not getting your food now. It's way too early for that. I'm getting myself some food. It's taking forever. Come on. All right. So I'm just going to touch on this one really quickly. Again, while we wait. So, Disney's updated theatrical release slate lists the Marvels will, with a November 10 release date, indicating that the studio is not planning to delay the sequel despite the actors and writers strike. So they're still planning on releasing the Marvels. Now, if you've seen anything for the Marvels, that's another one, man. It's going to be fucking interesting to see what this movie even fucking does, right? But there was something else that I saw that I just wanted to touch on in regards to this, and that is this headline here. Brie Larson's medical condition, retardedness? Brie Larson's medical condition forced MCU to pump money into unnecessary CGI in upcoming $500 million movie. That's got to be a typo, surely. Surely this is not a $500 million movie. If this movie has a $500 million production budget, what does this thing have to make to even break even? Foot fungus condition. That's kind of funny. This movie's going to flop hard. I couldn't agree more. Like, even if this movie had a $300 million budget, I was thinking to myself, that's like, because that's what these blockbusters cost these days. $300 million minimum, right? But I didn't even think that this movie could make its money back on a $300 million budget. If this movie has a $500 million budget, and you got to think, okay, everybody halves that amount and then adds that on for the fucking advertising budget. You know, I don't think advertising budgets change depending on how much they spent on the movie. You know, if this movie over here that costs $300 million and they're promoting it the way that they're promoting it, and let's say that promotion costs $100 million, and then they've got a $500 million movie over here, and they do the same amount of advertising as this movie over here, it's not then $250 million. It's only still $100 million that they've spent on advertising. But even still, let's say it is $100 million that they've spent on advertising. This movie now owes them $600 million. Half of the box office isn't theirs. So it's got to make over $1 billion just to break even. I don't see this movie doing that. I don't think so. That's not what I'm reading. That's not based on what I'm reading here. And the crazy thing is that the article actually doesn't really elaborate. It's an estimated budget. And that's all it says. The Marvels is made on an estimated budget of $500 million. Which went on to increase from that $500 million due to the medical condition of Brie Larson. There's nothing that you can do for people that are retarded. You can't fix a retard like Brie. Sorry. No matter how hard you try. Yep. So yeah, it's got to hit somewhere around that kind of figure for it to even just break even and actually then start making money. Fucking hell, man. I kind of feel sorry for the investors, but in the same token, like, I don't feel sorry for the investors. Like, you guys are the idiots that think that, you know, pouring money into Disney is a good idea. Crazy, isn't it? No wonder there's no delay. They don't want to delay this. Imagine if they delayed it. How much more money then it's going to owe them? The advertising isn't doing them any favors either, to be honest. Doing them any favors whatsoever. All right, let me get rid of that. $500 million. Let's wait and see on that one. But fuck. And I just wanted to touch on this headline too. Museum of Pop Culture removes all references to Harry Potter's author, J.K. Rowling, because of her views on transgender ideology. This is just getting stupid and getting ridiculous. It really is. J.K. Rowling, like, I don't think that she's anything special. I'm not here to support her or not support her. I really don't give a fuck. But neither should anybody else. She is the creator of a pop culture sensation in the Harry Potter series. What is that? I don't know. It's the headline that I'm reading. So it's obviously a museum of I don't know. Almost at 4K. Is that 4K subs? I know, I've been almost at 4K for a while. If that's what you're talking about. I'm at 3,993 subscribers. I don't know if that's what you're talking about though, Grant. Anyway, fucking Museum of Pop Culture. She's the creator of this thing. Why are you removing it? It doesn't change the fact that she is the creator of it. And most people in the world know that she created it. So what is the purpose of removing her? Or any mention of her, any reference of her? It makes no sense. And I'm getting sick of the world that we live in where, you know, just because this person has an opinion that males are males and females are females, and you can't, you know, a man can't become a woman and a woman can't become a man, which is biologically true and a fact, becomes an issue. I'm saying it. I'm just no one big like J.K. Rowling. So there's nowhere where you can sit there and cancel me for saying something like that. And there's a lot of people out there that view what she says in regards to that to be true. It does not take away from the fact that there are people out there that like to identify as the opposite sex. Okay. Good for you. I personally, my take on that personally is that that is a mental illness. But you view that as, you know, gender identity and let's praise this. Okay, good for you. You're well within your right to be delusional. But fuck. Removing somebody, essentially it's kind of like trying to remove somebody from the history books, right? It's like you go to a museum of history and they've got to remove any reference of Hitler because of what he did. Why? He did those things. We've learned from those things. We stopped him. So to me, this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Fucking stupid. And this is the other thing too, is that this woke bullshit that goes on out there in the world isn't going to change until people like the museum owners and all of this kind of thing, stop actually listening to these people and go, no, just because she said those things doesn't mean that she's no longer the author of the Harry Potter series. And it doesn't mean that she's no longer a part of Harry Potter. Doesn't mean any of that. Just means that she's got a different viewpoint on what gender is and transgender is and all of this sort of thing and gender identity is than you. Sorry, that's all it is. That's the other thing too. Yeah, she's okay with Hermione being fucking race swapped and all of the, like, she is just as woke as everybody else out there, but she's just not towing the line on this one specific piece of information. Come on, where's my food? Fuck. God's sake. Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, you are too. But you're getting food before me. All right? Not happening. Not fucking happening, Jan.
I'm all the Jedi.
All right. Once again, this week we've only got 3 seals. All right, Macca's is on the way. Let's see if we can at least pump these out in the next 8 minutes. All right, so fucking nominee number 1, pronoun fucktard. Number 1 says, one of the best scenes from one of the best episodes of the season, in my opinion. Especially love Katie's acting. Your song is not yet written. I will serve you until it is. Because they had to cuck fucking Mandalorian in his own fucking show. One of the best scenes in one of the best episodes of the season. All right, Matt, if you say so. Tano, 13 days, counting down in the bio. Fucking amazing. Fucking dumb cunt. All right, nominee number 2 goes to Star Wars culture. We love The Last Jedi using a Barbie emoji. Star Wars fans. Because I haven't seen the Barbie movie, I don't understand really the reference here, but I just saw it and I thought this is stupid. Is he like, because Barbie's pregnant, right? Like Last Jedi and Star Wars fans? No, this needs to say Disney Star Wars fans. Because only Disney Star Wars fans actually think that The Last Jedi is any fucking good. No actual Star Wars fan thinks that this is any good. And nominee number 3 is from Cody Fandom. Let's see. Pronouns. Yay! I enjoyed the deep fake A lot, actually. But Graham Hamilton's recast as Luke needs to happen in a future project or in future projects. Okay. I don't think so. I think that this deep fake of Luke was emotionless, soulless, and the dialogue was jarring and retarded. I don't think we should ever do this again with Luke Skywalker, but they will. They clearly will. Yes, who the hell is Graham Hamilton? I know. All right. Let me get the poll in the chat for you guys. One, 2, and 3. For number 1, one of the best scenes from one of the best episodes of the season, in my opinion. Especially love Katie's acting. Number 2 is we love The Last Jedi with a weird-ass meme. That's incorrect, by the way. Because Star Wars fans don't love it. Disney Star Wars fans do. And Cody, so funny. We had 2 pronoun people in all of that. And that's just because Star Wars culture isn't like an individual person. It's like the account is made like a group. I'm sure if it was, would probably have pronouns in the bio. And then number 3, I enjoyed the deep fake a lot, actually. But Graham Hamilton's recast as Luke needs to happen for future projects. Good for you. They're your 3 nominees, guys. Get your votes in, and we'll come back to that. I might just faff for a little bit here while we get that done. There was this. I'll share this. We've got that behind the scenes thing with Han Solo that I always play at the end of the stream. It's kind of rare to see some of this footage, I will say. Like, I've never seen this before. The first time I saw this one that I'm about to show you was this week. That's why I'm playing it.
Take 2, AMV camera. Quiet before we start. Yes, sure. Action square. 1, 2, 3.
His thing came off at the end, and you could see his hair poking out the back of his like mask wig thing.
Take 2, AMV camera. Quiet before we start. Yes, sure. Action square. 1, 2, 3.
It almost flipped him right over. There you go. There you go. Fuck, I need this food to get here, and then we can start watching this. Come on, 3 more minutes. I don't know what else to do. I've done everything. We've gone through everything. Yes, that doesn't mean you're getting fed. No, it doesn't mean you're getting fed. Not yet. Do you guys want to watch Nap Time? The Nap Time trailer? It's 2 minutes. My food's going to be here in 4. God damn it. God damn it.
I said Lyndon would go to the tree and do some ASMR for you, Lethal. In your honor.
I'm so sorry. He'd be hugging that tree. And then he'd be punching it and slapping it, going, "You took my friend." Kicking it. How dare you?
That would be you, Rhino.
Nah. I'd be there going, "Why? Fuck you, Disney! Why?" All I can think about is Ryan Johnson sucking my nuts. Don't even remember what we were talking about when I said that.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
Well, I'm ready.
Oh, you ready? You ready? Let's see what you got, mate. Let's see what you got.
Oh, Charles, get out the way. You might fucking bite it or something.
Have you named it?
This is cat.
All right, I'm going to play nap time while I go and collect my food. Enjoy the ad break.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay! Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more! Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar...
I feel pregnant.
Then don't wait! Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying...
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time! Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time! When they just won't shut up. Nap Time is not legal in the following states.
What a fucking retard. He drives right past me and then fucking... Oh, anyway. Fucking idiots, man. All right, sorry. Sorry. All right. We got our Maccas. Do you guys enjoy the nap time? Now I gotta get this shit all out. It's probably cold, as it usually is. All right. You want to see this McFeast? Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's not even any fucking chips in this bag. Why is it that every fucking time I order something, there's always something fucking missing? I literally have 2 fucking chips. 2 fucking chips to dip into my dipping sauce. Sorry, 3. And that's it. Fucking no stars for them on fucking Uber Eats, man. Fuck. Fucking packed on this onion as well. I always get onion because I like a little bit of onion, but I've always got to take some of it off because I don't like a lot of onion. You kidding? I know that it's a bit of a meme out there about Ryan Kennel and how they always fuck up his order. I swear it's got something to do with Ryans. People with the name Ryan, these places just love to fuck your order up because it happens to me all the time too. Fucking cunts. What's the point in giving me dipping sauce? I got nothing to fucking dip into it. The car dude ate him? Probably. That's a good burger though. They still get no fucking stars from me. I must admit, I've lived all over Melbourne. Got McDonald's from a lot of different places. And this one closest to me is by far the worst McDonald's in Melbourne. They're always fucking your order. Always. I got 3 chips with my meal. It's supposed to be a large. So I'm supposed to get a large fries. Fucking me. That shits me. You know what's really funny? Is that usually they actually forget the dipping sauce. Oh, that makes me so angry. This bag is good though. All right. Let's watch this video. Calm down and think about Star Wars. Huh. All right. So I think it was OG tweeting this out. Not necessarily the link to the video, but like some things about it. And I didn't really look into it. And I saw that Star Wars Theory did a video. So we're going to watch his video. Disney changing Luke and Obi-Wan again. This is ridiculous. Now, I want to watch this because obviously there's a lot of shit that's changed. A lot of laws changed. A lot of characters have changed. A lot of character motivations and shit like that has changed. But when he says something is ridiculous, like sometimes by the end of it, it's no longer ridiculous anymore. He finds a way either to justify it or he just sits that fence so that, you know, the people that don't think it's ridiculous can still watch him. And you can retain those subscribers. So, let's dive in.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? So we have a video today, and this is going to be a bit of a rant. I'm kind of upset at this, to be honest, but let's get right into it. Anyways, these sweaters are going to be available soon on my merch shop in about 3 weeks, but there's going to be a limited amount. Anyways, Star Wars New Book includes a shocking revelation about Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker. So you guys remember the certain point of view books? They had one for A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. There was a lot of really cool information in them. However, these books aren't canon, and they have a bunch of different writers for Star Wars that go in there into the moments from the original trilogy, and they kind of add to things, but sometimes they change things as well. Like, for example, there was one moment in The Empire Strikes Back, I believe, or yeah, I think it was The Empire Strikes Back, where we see Yoda and his robe, or the blanket that he uses, is actually Qui-Gon Jinn's robe. I thought that was really cute. It was nice little scene. Of course, these aren't George Lucas, stamp of approval, but those little things are kind of nice. And I just see them as sort of canon-y legends, treads on it, right? But this one I don't like, and you guys might enjoy it, so you let me know. Looking back, the Obi-Wan Kenobi we met in the original Star Wars trilogy was more than a little manipulative when it came to his relationship with Luke Skywalker. He failed to tell the young Jedi the truth about his father and even sacrificed himself in that battle with Darth Vader as a means of pushing Luke to become a hero. Well, that's how one...
I just realized I'm muted. Hang on. I do want to point out that both Obi-Wan, both Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda in the original canon told Obi-Wan not to tell Luke until the time was right. And the time was never right until Vader revealed that to Luke, and then he just had to confirm it. If he had have told him too early, there could have been a chance with how weak Luke was in the Force that he could have been easily manipulated. He needed to hate Vader for destroying his father, for killing his father. Because yes, from a certain point of view, that statement is true. Vader destroyed Anakin. Anyway, let's continue.
One could look at it from a certain point of view anyway. In the upcoming book, From a Certain Point of View, Return of the Jedi, Lucasfilm will revisit and expand on several key moments and characters from the movie to celebrate its 40th anniversary. A new excerpt reveals Obi-Wan could sense the darkness within Luke and feared he might eventually follow in his father's footsteps. This goes some way in explaining why he and Yoda...
That's them changing the canon again. It wasn't that at all. It was that his connection, like I just said, his connection to Vader as his father when he was just starting off is the dangerous element. It's not that he was, yes, he was impatient and Yoda tested him when he got to Dagobah. And people want to say that Yoda was a piece of shit and losing his marbles and shit like that. No, it was a test. It was a fucking test. Look at it deeper than just this shallow, this is the thing. People want to justify it and make the originals look stupider than they actually are.
but it contemplated there being another who could bring down Emperor Palpatine and Vader and Leia in should Luke fail. This short story will also be interesting because it should pull back the curtain on why Ben felt it was necessary to lie to Luke about this lineage. The Jedi Master will likely also elaborate on his claim Anakin Skywalker had been killed by Vader. Ultimately, a lot of what we've mentioned here is down to George Lucas retconning certain elements of A New Hope as his trilogy continued. A book like this is a good opportunity to better explain that and fill in some long-standing plot holes. Remember, The Last Jedi strongly hinted that Luke nearly embraced the dark side by striking down his nephew Ben Solo. Had he chosen to deliver the fatal blow, it's a decision we have to believe would have sent the hero down a path he couldn't return from. Instead, he went to hiding and abandoned the galaxy. Yeah. So before we even get into the Last Jedi stuff, which I don't really think we need to, them changing the fact that Ben, adding the reason that Ben didn't tell Luke about Vader is because he sensed the darkness within Luke
is bullshit.
It kind of makes sense for Luke doing that, what he did in The Last Jedi or whatever.
Ah, that's why. That they need to justify The Last Jedi. They need to change the law. They need to change the characters to justify their shit movie. I don't like it either. It's fucking bullshit.
I think is total bogus, and it's just some sort of made-up crap that someone is trying to put in there to fill in the gap or appease maybe their own sentiments of the scene, or to add something that they think is riveting and exciting, or to maybe add some clarification or clairvoyance or explanation to Luke trying to kill his nephew in The Last Jedi. I personally think it is absolutely ridiculous. Obi-Wan never sensed the darkness in Luke. If he had, he would have told Luke to be mindful of your dark emotions. This is the last hope in the galaxy. If there was some sort of a inkling that Obi-Wan had that Luke, first of all, Luke was a pure Jedi. Okay, he was very pure, and that's the thing, is that yes, he got angry in the end when he was fighting Vader, but that's because he was provoked at the thought of his sister Leia being turned to the dark side when he was no longer around. And once he noticed that he was following down the path that his father had followed and going to turn to the dark side himself, he looked at his mechanical hand and his father's and saw that the connection was all too real. That he is literally down the same path, and he didn't want to do that. So he stopped and he threw his lightsaber away. That guy doesn't have darkness within him like Anakin. And for Obi-Wan to not tell Luke the truth because he thinks that Luke has the dark side in him. He didn't tell Luke about his dad being Vader because it would have conflicted him, not because he had the darkness within him. He wanted Luke to have a very clear mind when he went to become a Jedi. He wanted Luke to have clear thoughts and to not be conflicted with the fact that, holy crap, the father I never had is actually the one that is evil in the galaxy, and I am now going to have to fight him.
And it probably would have been easier for Vader to turn Luke prior to any training that he received before he found out that he was his father.
That would mess with his mind more than anything. That is the reason that Obi-Wan didn't tell Luke, and I agree with Obi-Wan not telling Luke. It would have completely changed how Luke saw the galaxy and how Luke saw the dark side and how Luke saw his father. And what he needed to do at that time was to focus and not be distracted. I mean, if he was thinking that, holy crap, you know, Vader's behind me or whatever in the trench run, or sense that this is his dad, oh my gosh, like, would he have even made the shot? He would have been so distracted. So this kind of like adding to the mythos or whatever of, you know, leave what George Lucas made alone. Don't try and play with the thoughts of why Obi-Wan said this or that or why he didn't. George made it a certain way, and to go and add your own crap to that, I think is absolute just ridiculousness and really unnecessary just to sell a book and to add in another chapter. I fully disagree that Obi-Wan didn't tell Luke about Darth Vader because, well, he didn't want to confuse him, not because he sensed the dark side in him. I hate when they do stuff like this, and I always feel like I have to make a video about it because I just think it's really ridiculous that this is now the new canon. But anyways,
now, I just want to point out that if this was, let's say, Dave Filoni approved, he wouldn't have necessarily as much of a problem with it.
Also, to discuss why he and Yoda, why Obi-Wan and Yoda said that there is another in Leia should Luke fail, is because Luke was impatient and that he left his training, not because he had darkness within him. Okay, it's not Luke is bad, Luke is dark, Leia is pure, she's light. No, dude, if anything, In fact, Leia was much more dark side than Luke. She's
Yep.
much more brash. And this is in Legends. She's much more dark side than Luke is, if anything, if you'd even call it that. He's much more brash and emotional, and Luke is much more calm. And maybe that's because of his training, because he was training longer. I don't really know. Maybe it's his temperament. I don't really know. But I always felt like Luke was the calmer one, and Leia was much more like Anakin in that sense. So, we're not even going to talk about the Last Jedi stuff, because I think that movie is so not Luke that
But see, that's why they did it. That's why they did this. That's why they did this, so that they could justify what Luke did in The Last Jedi. They could justify Luke's actions through this. Instead of the real reason why Obi-Wan didn't tell Luke, it's because Obi-Wan sensed the darkness in Luke. And that justifies Luke's actions in The Last Jedi.
it's not even worth mentioning right now at the moment. So yeah, this is what I think about them adding this into canon. I'm not in agreement with it, but I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you guys like the fact that they added this little bit in there, or are you against it? Thanks so much for watching today's vid. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.
All right, that's it. He's got some announcement that he has at the end of it. I don't care. There you go. I agree with him on that. I agree with Star Wars Theory on that. But there is so much that I disagree with him on, especially when it comes to Filoni. He's got such a Filoni boner. Such a Filoni boner. Yeah, it's bullshit. It is kind of dumb that we've got to, work around the sequels, but they keep adding more to it. Like, we've now got to work around the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. We've now got to work around the Mandalorian bullshit. Now got to work around the Book of Boba Fett bullshit. Like, they keep adding, they keep putting more shit onto the pile. It is all just... Where's my clip here? Everything Disney Star Wars is basically just this, including all the shows, and or included.
That is one big pile of shit.
One big pile of shit. Anyway, that is that. Let's go back to Seal of the Week here. If you haven't voted, I'll give you another quick little chance here. So these are the three nominees. Number one of the best scenes from one of the best episodes of the season, in my opinion. Especially love Katie's acting in this scene here. Your song is not yet written. I will serve you until it is. Good for you, Din Jarhead. Nominee number two is We Love The Last Jedi. And you've got Ken, as Star Wars fans, simping to Barbie's belly, which is the Last Jedi. And then number three is I enjoyed the deep fake a lot, actually. But Graham Hamilton's recast as Luke needs to happen for future projects. They're your three nominees. So if you haven't voted, get your vote in, and I'll end the poll very, very shortly. Excuse me. While we're getting some last quick little votes in, let me just check my Streamlabs. We're all good over there. Yes, I'll feed you when I'm done. All right. And I'm ending the poll with 22 votes in the bank. Poll is ended. Okay. In last place, third place, depending on where you want to place it or what you want to say, with 4% of the vote is Cody with his pronouns. I enjoyed the deepfake a lot, actually, but Graham Hamilton's recast as Luke needs to happen for future projects. So not quite there yet, Cody. Not quite there yet. In the runner-up, second place is number 1 with 9% of the vote. So the 2 pronoun people get away this week. Get away this week. One of the best scenes from one of the best episodes of the season, in my opinion. Especially love Katie's acting. It's this scene here. And of course, the winner of this week's Seal of the Week is, who is it? Star Wars Culture with We Love, with a love heart, The Last Jedi with this stupid fucking meme. Congratulations. You win this week's Seal of the Week.
I'm all the Jedi.
And that's it there, guys. We are done. We are done for another week. Now, like I said, next week there may not be a casual rage. There may be, so keep your eye out. Follow me on Twitter if you're not following me on Twitter, and you'll get the notification of that stream if that is actually happening. It will depend on whether or not I can get all my shit done, because of course the next coming weeks we've got the Ahsoka series and hopefully the breakdowns and everything with Anna, that Star Wars girl, coming on for each one, which should be good. Hopefully we can sort out our schedules and get that all organized, and it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, so next week, possibly no casual rage, but the following week is when we'll start doing all the Ahsoka breakdowns. What else? If you're not following us over on the Full Aussie, if you're not subscribed to the Full Aussie channel, I'm actually going to bring that up really quickly. Let me just put this over here, and we'll go here. Where is it? The Full Aussie. So if you're not subscribed to the Full Aussie channel, please go and subscribe. I'm just going to drop the link here for you guys really quickly. There it is there. Got that twice for you. So yeah, always videos coming out. We've got shorts. This was the newest one. So we're always doing the shorts, always cut out from the streams. We've, of course, got all the live streams that are up there. We've got Happy Hump Day, which is every Wednesday. We've got the Back of the Ute stream, which is every other weekend. And, of course, the standard Full Aussie main stream, main show. So go over and subscribe to the Full Aussie channel. If you're not, that would be greatly appreciated as well. We've got some great content, and things are really moving over there. And, of course, over the weekend of the 8th to the 11th, we've got the meetup in Adelaide, where we're all getting together, and we're going to put together some content for you, which should be a lot of fun as well. Other than that, this weekend, of course, the actual official show, Full Aussie show, on that channel. And, of course, you will catch me over on Flashcast as well. I've got a little bit of homework that I need to do for that. So I'm going to probably go and get some shit done now, and then probably sit down and watch that this evening. So Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks to all the members. Thanks for the super chats, to anyone who sent super chats, to all the people rewatching the stream on the replay. I appreciate all of you as well. Thank you for coming back and rewatching the stream, and smash that like button on your way out. And we will see you, if not next week, in a couple of weeks for the full Ahsoka breakdowns. And of course, you can catch my reviews here as well for that. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever it is. And yeah, we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys.
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like Dustin, ain't like Dustin Crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store, or bounce into a supermarket, and then
yeah,
be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing your deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking it very cautiously.
You go away.
We bounced too near a supermarket.
I just want to, obviously, $10 just came through from Arbaru. Thank you, Arbaru. Appreciate you, dude. He says, for $10, Macca's refund. Fuck yeah. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I didn't get my fucking chips. Anyway, thank you. We'll see you soon. You get out of here with that.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off, Disney! You